Greetings, fellow guardians of Oak Brethren refugees. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren. Episode 17, Taking on a Skilled Smith. Alright, you guys say no to negotiations. I'm just gonna let the negotiator time out. I'm not gonna well, actually, you know what? Let's actually tell him no. Man, come out of here and be like, haha, no. And she is pretty close to Marksman 10, so it's not bad timing. Alright, so they will be approaching in 5 hours. And I think what I will do is ahead of time, so that there's not like a urgent rush for me to equip armor for when they get here. I'm gonna give Morphew here. I'm gonna switch out his melee because the stuff that was waiting on the ground was higher quality, but now he's in full garb. So he's got a fine mail helmet, fine mail armor, a fine shield, fine hatchet, and he's ready to throw down and fight. He has significant combat speed impairment due to the shield and movement speed impairment due to the armor and stuff, but you know, he should be much better armor than Ravak ever was, which is important, I think. And then Kadath is already working on a second male set, which is totally fine. And Ali K has hit 10. So, jobs no longer train. I do know Kadath needs to at some point, but now's not the time. Have Ali switch up to a better bow. Do we have any armor for the archers? So, that's a good question. Trying to set up your regular archers with like light armor, perhaps, isn't a terrible idea when you have the textiles and the tailor, the leather. At the moment, we don't. At the moment, our textiles are rather low because we turned it all into winter clothing. So I think that would be a good project to work on at some point, but we're not really there at the moment. We were barely able to even armor up Frozen, so armoring up everyone is a bit pricey. But yeah, you're right. Like, eventually having light armor for everyone would be a good idea, because light armor doesn't impair you all that much. At this point, are we just waiting on coal? So let me double check. Our fuel is fine, but our coal sucks. Yeah, we are just waiting on coal. Where is the coal scene again? Wow, I spun around so many times. Sorry to make you dizzy, guys. Swear I'm not doing it on purpose. Not having a compass, like compass or cardinal directions in this game, like, throws me off. So we have 10 enemies here. Before we start this fight, let's scan them a little bit. So none of them have siege equipment. The archers that they came in with, 9, but he hates it, which is funny. You have javelins, and you have a marksman of 8. You have a marksman of 9. So they don't have any, like, god tier archers. I'm not super concerned about their archers. And we'll see how we fare. Saying, no, you will not extort me. And I'll rally my people when they get a little bit closer. I don't need them standing around for a few hours. They're not all that close yet. All right, let's draft. I'm gonna guess they're mostly coming in here. Where is Frozen? Okay, Frozen is the furthest from the base, so he's the one that needs to move the most. And we're getting into position. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of infrastructure that is, like, physically in the way. Which is something we can work to fix for future fights. But I obviously won't have a fix for that now. Meaning, like, our smelters and stuff like that should probably have, should probably be put, you know, underground or somewhere where it's not going to get in the way. So, first person dead is just a Fierce Marauder. They're already gone. So this is an example of, Deerhide, armor. Where it provides some armor, not very much, to be fair. You know, so it's better than nothing. And we want to be taking out... Ooh, that was a really good hit. Taking out their archers, so that they can't respond. But it looks like they've rotated to this gate, so I'm going to do the same. Alright, that's another archer down with a warbow. They are dropping like flies. Manic, let's get you over here. And then Frozen, stand by the door. Was not expecting them to pivot in the way they did. Manic, let's try to impair their main breacher. Because if he gets wounded, he won't be able to fight the door as fast. And as far as the door is concerned, it is... No, I want the door down by a third of its hit points. But, you know, it's not being destroyed anymore. Now, I think... Waluya, or whatever their name is throwing axes at it. So that's probably next highest priority target. So I'm aiming at her specifically with everyone. She's down. And they did get through the door. I'm not all that concerned because it's over. Nobody was hurt. Zent, who is our best marksman, dealt the most damage. No surprise there. I don't have really the ability to take prisoners just yet, so I'm not accepting any of them as prisoners. Maybe at some point in the future when we have prison cells, but I'm building a temple right now, so prison cells is not in the cards, at least for now. Undrafting. And now we have a mega cleanup to do. Yay! Mega cleanup! But hey, no one got hurt. They did break a door, but no one got hurt. That's good. And we'll have a lot of, like, smeltables, I guess. I don't really see a lot of gear worth a damn out here. Almost everything is, like, flimsy or sturdy, which is the lowest quality. Yeah, it's, like, pretty much exclusively garbage. Better a mega cleanup than mega barrel? I couldn't agree more. You are correct. But I think, taking the reins at the start of the stream, where I forced everyone to, like, archery train to get longbows, and then to get one person that had a full set of armor, was, like, completely the right call. Because that fight could have been very different had I not. I just realized you guys wanted furniture too, not ice making. Big derp on my part. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have Frozen put his gear away into the armory. Yeah, no, I won't. All right, so what I'm gonna do for now is try to remember right here. Armor. And this is going to be only good and 55 plus. Priority very high. And this will be warfare, armor, mail, stuff. So I'm keeping it in the Great Hall on the floor until I have like an armor rack. Excuse you? Oh, yeah, we need to burn wood. I'm out of sticks. So the reason I'm having Frozen ditch his gear is like this gear does have movement speed penalties, which I don't want to have to deal with forever. So it can live here and then I know where it is. Which also means that this stockpile up here should be just high, not very high, so it doesn't compete. Done. Cheers. And with these two pyres, we should be able to burn them up quick-ish, or at least faster than last time, with double the throughput. Make sure to queue up some more trees to cut down, because I know I'm low on wood. Oh, I definitely had some babies, because I don't remember having a bunch of Earl operetta. One moment. I gotta figure out names. So, Fenrax. He's gonna be slaughtered. For new Fenrax. You are a male sheep. Where's a male sheep? So you're JD. The old JD gets slaughtered. And then you are a male goat. I'm going to actually rename the male goat. So I'm going to do a little giveaway because Krieg has two things named after him and as well have a new name. So, unnamed raffle. Right there. Good luck in the raffle. And then Echo. A male sheep. I guess we'll... come on. I have a male sheep, right? I really don't. Wait, what? So if I kill... I guess Echo's going to be a name too. Guess I only have one male sheep. Which is JD, who I'm about to kill, but like, whatever. I don't need that many offspring. It's getting ridiculous. All right, 2 bodies are burning. We're 23 out of 30, 17 out of 30 for Research 3, which will then allow us to get Religious Structures 2 and 3. Because we want to make a large Oak Brethren shrine. I mean, we are the Oak Brethren. This is our monastery. Would it not be a good idea to sell the extra street? Yeah, but keeping them fed is annoying, and like I don't mind the meat for feasts and harvests. In fact, maybe in the morning we have a feast to celebrate our victory. Because the last fight we had, we died. You know, Ravek died. So having a feast to celebrate. And also, I would say right around the time that you have a big fight, being able to offset the negative mood modifier of dead bodies with a feast is not a bad idea, in my opinion. With that said, nobody's even slaughtered them yet, so who knows? Maybe we will. Oh God! Speaking of which, stop! Dear Lord, stop! All right, you are a female sheep. I'll just unname them for now. So, raffle in 4, not 2. So let's say as soon as we get 2 more bodies burned up, because the pyre takes a while, we'll do the feast. I want to see the corpses actively burning before I do that. So Viking, I'm pretty sure I told you to go torch a corpse, and I find you playing backgammon. I think we have a little bit of a communication malfunction, friend. The Viking's like, wait, what? You saw nothing. And it looks like, yeah, I need to do I need to cut down a bunch of trees wholesale because we are low on timber. I already knew that. But it's a bit more serious than I had realized. Okay, so the corpse stockpiles are going. Let's hold an event. We will have stews, meat. I have no beverages, but yeah, whatever, it's enjoyable. And there we go. Feast time. Too bad you can't tap the maple syrup, the maple trees for syrup. Yes, I agree. That'd be great. As a New Englander, I see the reason for that for sure. So we got Terminal, a sheep to be sacrificed. Paul, another goat. I'm gonna re-roll that. Alredos. Do we have 2 Alredoses? No, we don't. And last but not least, Raveno. Making sure I don't have 2 Ravenos. I do have another Raveno, so re-roll that. Yoda fan. That works. The sheep to be worshipped, right? Alright. Well, congrats. Now, in terms of alignment, Viking hasn't changed yet. Maybe that will change once we have the temple up. That's what I'm hoping. Sometimes they'll change alignment after battles, having succeeded or whatever, or even lost. They'll still change their alignment. But it didn't happen in this case, unfortunately. Dog treats. Oh, Viking, look at you. Working on the corpse stockpile before I told you to. I'm so proud. You could make a rad cry. Alright, we're very close to the chronicles we need for Research 3. And And then just a few more textbooks, and then we'll have hit. I'm going to keep Kadath from training marksmanship until I'm done processing all the garbage that these raiders came in with. Because all of these materials, which is iron and steel and whatever, one, it is adding to our total wealth, and two, I'd rather just break them down for the raw materials anyway, because I don't need a bunch of flimsy garbage filling my stockpiles. Because no, like, their trade value is almost nothing, so I'd rather just have them as like raw iron and wood. And there's only 3 bodies left. We're doing a pretty good job processing them, unlike last time, which took like a week. So I had built the ice boxes, but I hadn't actually queued it up. It hasn't been cold enough yet, but it's starting to. It's now below freezing outside, or hovering around freezing at 33 Fahrenheit. So soon we'll be able to make ice once the temperature conditions are met. I'm expanding this stockpile too. So that the garbage that we want to destroy is stored next to the recycler, essentially. And I know that I've had double doors for a while. I'm finally realizing and fixing it. Been a minute. I don't have the, so for weapon racks, oh, there we go, research 3. For weapon racks, we're waiting on, well, I don't have the need for weapon racks, but, furniture racks for the armor here, which we'll get eventually. So now that I have, the advanced research, I had set aside a spot here for it. So we'll get the biggest research table. And the next project that we're working on getting is Research 2, which is 30 and 10. So let's queue that up. 30 and 10. And then the last research project to build our temple is going to be 20, 15, 10. Let's see. There's probably a need for bookshelves. We have a little bit of empty space here, but I'm sure it will fill up. So I'll get bookshelves in too. Corpses, how are we looking? Allie, sorry to pull you away from farming. It's not like we need more food. If you were wondering about my food check, we got 1,800 food. We've had 1,800 food for a while now. And I think we just have one more corpse. Yeah, with the amount of books you need like a vault to store them. Well, I mean, the idea is that you build like some giant library, right? And that's basically what I've been doing, is building like a mega library. And I really like the aesthetics of like having a mega library. I think it actually looks really nice. Am I out of fuel? What is going on with Allie K's? No, I have plenty of, well, not a lot of wood, but I do have wood. I think Allie's fighting the wolves and polecats for Raymond Drake's body. Like, I'm not processing the last corpse because the animals keep like grabbing it or something. Either way, it wouldn't hurt to stockpile even more on wood. Let's go ahead and start cutting it mature from our arboretum. Trying to automate a little bit of wood production. It also occurs to me that the last of the research project is going to require 10 theses. So we'll also just queue up 10 there. I think the animals ate that person fully. Like, their body's gone, and I'm... Oh, no, maybe... Nah, I think we actually burned it. Friendly visitor. Another druid. Unfortunately, I don't have a temple ready. We are working on it. But it's going to be a minute for me to get the religious structures. One of the other things I don't yet have... Well, we'll eventually unlock the wall decorations. Oh, it's cold enough for ice. I may want to, for next season, sow smaller farms, smaller plots. I think we're spending more time on botany than is necessary. I have so much food. I mean, it sucks to starve, but we're not even close to that situation. I think I went a little overboard. Then I'm growing things like barley, but we haven't actually bothered to vote for brewing yet. So I have all this barley and nothing to do with it, really. You used to need the wall decorations in order to have a room to be a temple? You used to. I don't believe you need to anymore. The room designations require a shrine and ritual circle, not the decorations. So the decorations, I think, are related to improving the quality of the room, to improve the outcome of an event, much the way that the feasts are. The feasts have a room impressiveness, right here, which affect the outcome. So I think the wall decorations are about event outcomes now and not about room requirements. I see my wood amount dropping, but I do see that they're cutting trees. So I don't know who to believe here. Well, okay. You need to not mismanage. How do you cut down a tree and end up with no wood? Like, every arborist in the world would love to know that secret of how to get rid of a tree without, you know, actually doing anything. Just magically poofing a tree into non-existence. Drinks on you. Cheers. If it's a dead tree that's like wood rot, like pencil rot all the way through, all right, that makes sense. A tree full of pencil rot, but at that point you can just shove it over. It's not so much a cutting. So Kadath is still working on the backlog of Raider junk. How close is he? Oh, he's just about done. There's one shield left to dismantle. I think that's it. And then we can start training him in archery. So I think in terms of Kadath training in archery, I still want carpentry and smithing as a higher priority. But he's going to be allowed to train with a bow now. We're getting pretty close. 6 chronicles away, or 8 chronicles away from unlocking the wall decorations. So when it comes to how grand the room can be, does anyone know if room designations... So my question is, like, for the well and the open floor, that's going to cause problems. And I don't think that there's a good or easy solution for that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get building. One thing I could do is put up well, I was gonna say put up a temporary temple ahead of time. The problem with that is I don't have a lot of wood. So any temporary structure, I don't really have the materials to do. And I'm going to temporarily relocate the old shrine so that I can have more ice boxes going. Four books. Nice. Well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and start stockpiling the what we need for the last religious structures as well, because we have more than one researcher, so I'll go up to 25 of the textbooks, because we need, in total we need 10 and 15, and that way we cut down a little bit on the research time. It's winter. I find it funny that there's this bug that, like, winter has a personality. This is the person card for Allie K. As you can see, her name is Allie K Battle. Wait, is that your last name? Yeah, I guess it is. I didn't know that. The bookish journeyman armorer named Allie K Battle. So Allie K Battle, also known as Old Man Winter. 27-year-old Old Man Winter. Well, I guess you have Old Man Winter, what? You're elf shot now? Wait, no, you were always elf shot. Never mind, I take that back. Annie. I'm sorry, you're female sheep. I have to start calling. This is getting silly. Smoney. Annie. Okay, religious 2. Done. So as soon as we get 2015-10, we will get the Mega Shrine, stick one of those Mega Shrine up top, and then build accordingly. I just want to lay it out ahead of time. I thought I had up to 3 research. I have a lot more researchers. Oh, hello. Yeah. So there is a murderous thug potentially chasing Cyric with also 5 archers. So it is a, there is a potential risk for letting them in because I only have so much wealth and I could try to like smelt more gold or something to build up wealth to pay them off. But the question is, should we offer refuge? He is an Oak Brethren, so he does fulfill the be an Oak Brethren requirement. And then he is a meleeer, miner, smith, and carpenter with good intellect. So not bad traits. But he is being chased by a not inconsequential raid party. Okay, you guys overall only say yes. All right. Well, there we go. And raffle timer's up for the new guy. Now, what's really nice is the new guy is a better smith than Kadath, which takes smithing pressure off of Kadath. So I'm just adjusting some of the priorities here. And what else? You also mine. I'm gonna just, I haven't done animal or work priorities in a bit, so I want to give them some attention. Nobody needs to fish. You don't need to construct or hunt. So you are a meleeer. I think what makes the most sense is Alec will stay bow, and he'll be the second meleeer. I haven't looked at his traits though. So traits. You literally have no perks. What? You have no personality? How weird. Yeah, he has no perks. Like, he's perkless completely. Dude, what you are a Stepford Druid? Like, I mean, I guess. To that end, it would be wise. He's not hurt, right? Nah, he's all right. He is hurt, but he's tended to. It would be wise for him to jump in and start making a second set of everything, because I do intend for him to. No, I don't need a second shield. I do intend for him to be a brawler. So, come grab a hatchet, come grab a shield, and you're going to be a dedicated brawler. Where is my second shield? Oh, it's just right in front of me. Oh my god. Brain, please work better than that. That's embarrassing. But yeah, he's blank slate. Speaking of blank slate, you sleep here. Your brazier's on. I know he needs clothing, but I'm not going to force wear it. He'll pick it up when he needs it. There's plenty on the ground for him to grab. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow brethren.